I tell you what's more frustrating than watching Donald Trump do all this stupid, reckless shit. And it's this. I've been saying for years now, but really, really loudly for months leading up to the election because I believe in it so strongly, that Donald Trump is a Russian asset. And even fellow Democrats have gone, yeah, I mean, he might be an unwitting pawn. I don't think he's an asset. I think he's just dumb. He's a useful idiot. Okay, well, if he's a useful idiot, then he's a useful idiot that went to Moscow in, I believe, 87. That was his first trip, supposedly. Well, let's back up a little more. I don't know. I can't remember which happened first. Anyway, he married an illegal immigrant from the Czech Republic whose father was in the KGB. Okay, Czech Republic is former Soviet Union. Her father was KGB. I can't remember which happened first, but after his first trip to Moscow, he came home and spent $100,000 of his own money. Who does that? And that was in 87, so there's a lot of fucking money in 87, right? He spent $100,000 of his own money to put ads in the biggest newspapers in the United States talking about how Russia really wasn't our enemy. Our real enemy is our allies that are just whooping our asses in these trade deals, and we're sending them aid, and we shouldn't be, and they're taking advantage of us, and it benefits them and not us. But Russia's fine. They're not a threat at all. What private citizen do you know who is a patriot to the United States uses $100,000, and I would venture to say that that's at least $500,000 in today's money. I don't know. I didn't calculate it. You should. What American goes and spends $500,000 in multiple newspapers, biggest newspapers in the country, to say nice things about our biggest geopolitical adversary while shitting on our allies? Who does that? I mean, other than Elon Musk, obviously, who also works for Russia. Think about it. That was the beginning. He also hired Paul Manafort to be his campaign manager. He's laundered money for Russians. He's been investigated by the CIA, the FBI, the DOJ, all these people at different times over the years. The CIA and the FBI talk in documentaries that they've suspected him for laundering money for Russians. That's how he's kept himself afloat. Russian criminals have bought his units for more than they were worth. In blind trusts. You buy things in blind trusts when you don't want the seller or the government or any other entity to know who bought what. It's money laundering. I have a theory that the casino failures were money laundering. He didn't really lose the money. He laundered the money. Maybe even the bankruptcies were a way to appear to lose money that he actually laundered. Because even when he lost his ass, even at the rock bottom, then guess what happened? Felix Sater and his father, Felix Sater is a Russian criminal. His father is a Russian criminal, Russian mafia, ties to the Kremlin, ties to the KGB. They bailed him out. They started a branding company, and Felix Sater was the CEO. And that's when they started doing all the Trump everything. You know, Trump condoms for when you want your dick to really look like a dick. You know, Trump steaks, Trump mistakes, Trump wine, Trump water, Trump vodka, Trump airlines, Trump casino, Trump mortgage, Trump shuttle. All failures. Every single fucking one of them. Failures. Trump University. Sued right when he was taking the presidency, settled out of court for $25 million because it was a fucking failure, because it was a fraud. They were all frauds. So were they all real failures? Is he really that big of a fucking idiot? Maybe. I mean, he's definitely a piece of shit. Who knows? Who knows? Or were each one of those a way for him to launder money? But that's what saved him, that company, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll look it up if you want me to. But Felix Sater was the CEO, and it was all about branding Trump's name to make him money, to save his ass when he lost his ass in real estate and casinos. Then there's a lot of other things that happened too. I'm hitting the high points. Then he hired Paul Manafort to be his campaign manager, a Russian asset, who later went to jail for failure to register as a Russian asset. He works directly for and with the Kremlin, for and with Russian oligarchs. He owed Oleg Deripaska $60 million when he agreed to take the Trump campaign manager job for free. For free. His job right before working for Trump was to get a pro-Russia candidate elected in the Ukraine. Right before working for Trump. A pro-Russia candidate in Ukraine. Next job, Trump. If you're MAGA, answer that. You don't have a problem with that? You fucking imbecile? You don't have a problem with your president that you think is the alpha male machine gun, bald eagle, monster truck, America Jesus man. You don't care that his campaign manager's last job right before working for him was to get a Russian asset elected in Ukraine. Doesn't bother you at all? Are you so fucking dishonest that you're not willing to admit that you're a fucking idiot right now? You're an idiot. You have elected a Russian asset into our White House. And all this shit, all of it, it doesn't benefit us to start a trade war with Canada. It doesn't benefit us to threaten Greenland and the Panama Canal and Mexico. It doesn't benefit the United States of America. He wants to appoint a dude to the head of the IRS with no tax experience, none. He's not an accountant. He's not a lawyer. He doesn't have a college degree. He has zero, less than zero experience with the IRS or anything tax related. He's just a fat Republican oligarch piece of shit. That guy will do. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. It's all about destabilizing. Destabilize everything. Destabilize everything. Put a Russian asset in the head of counterintelligence. Tulsi Gabbard's a Russian asset, and if you don't think so, it's because you're a fucking idiot. Her own party called her a Russian asset. Russia called her a Russian asset. That's going to be the new head of counterintelligence, of national intelligence. Kash Patel has no experience in the FBI. None. I know he briefly held another position on counterterrorism. Still not the FBI. It's the biggest law enforcement agency in the world. They wouldn't let you run all of McDonald's if you'd never worked at one McDonald's. It does matter. If you think it doesn't matter, again, it's because you're a fucking idiot. And I'm disrespecting you on purpose. It's not a fucking accident. And no, I won't apologize. And no, I won't make my videos nicer so you can share them with your cult members that you're still being nice to. Quit being fucking nice to them. Send them this video anyway. I'm speaking this way on purpose because they don't deserve us to be nice to them. And if they liked nice people, they wouldn't worship the shittiest person on earth. So you keep being nice to them. You namaste these stupid fucks. I'm not going to. Not ever. If you're still in the lives of these people who praise white supremacy and bigotry and literal fucking treason, then you're stupid. And you should stop. But don't ask me to be nice to them because I'm not going to. Not ever. All of this, Greenland, Panama, Canada, Mexico, all of this, all these idiotic appointments to destabilize all these agencies. Do you think that helps America? Of fucking course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. So who does it help? Who would benefit from us pissing off our allies? France is now already saying, you better stop fucking threatening EU countries. France, our ally, is saying to Donald Trump, you need to stop threatening European Union countries. This is serious. Who do you think this benefits? Do you think it benefits the United States of America to praise our enemies, piss off our allies, start trade wars with our closest neighbors, whose support we very much need, to destabilize intelligence, military intelligence, to destabilize the military, to destabilize the FBI, to destabilize the IRS, to put these laughable, idiotic, nonsensical, low IQ, simpleton clowns in positions of power? It doesn't benefit the American people in any way, shape, or form. And if you think it does, you're a fucking idiot. It only benefits our biggest enemy. And that is because Donald Trump is a Russian asset. Bang it through your fucking head as many times as you need to for it to soak in. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you need to stop pretending it's not the case, because it is. And real soon, it's going to be time to fight. And you better be ready, because you're either on our side or you're not. You're either an American or you're a fucking Russian. And if you're a Russian, let me tell you something. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, I promise. I don't care how fucking tough you think you are or how many machine guns you got in your single wide. If you go against America, you're gonna fucking lose. You can't be a Russian pawn and a patriot, so you better fucking pick, and you better do it real fast.